So welcome to the Husky Tones. Really nice to have you on the Bristol Music Channel.
Thank you for having us.
So, summer's coming to an end. Autumn's starting. How was your summer? How was the summer for gigs?
It was good. We had some good ones here and further afield. We've been we had some good Bristol ones. Redfest went well.
Yep.
I think you might recall that one.
Yeah, I think you guys were playing with a band called Black Wendy.
Yeah.
What were those guys like?
They were cool.
They were all right.
Yeah. we banged some heads. You know, it was
Nice.
we felt that we had a good time. It was a really good atmosphere. I had a gig at Louis, was cool. We played at the Great British Rhythm and Blues Festival up in Cologne. That was okay. That was good.
What do you mean okay? I mean, how was the sound? Come on.
The sound was
It's perfect.
shit.
It's brilliant.
It was shit
Brilliant.
on stage.
It was perfect.
It was shit. No, it's perfect. There you go.
Perfect for the guitarist.
Yes.
Not so good
Shit.
because obviously you play
It was
drums, you
shit.
play guitar.
I do.
So
Yes.
for the drummer, you
Yeah.
didn't have a monitor.
No. I had a monitor. He just didn't switch it on.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I'd asked him beforehand, and I said, "This is what I'd like," and he said, "Oh, I don't believe in that." And then the first song kicked
What is
in.
like a religion?
Oh, he
guess.
was just a wanker, wasn't he? So, you know, I played the first song. It was like nothing. Couldn't hear him. I asked him. I said, you know, could I maybe have some sound through this monitor? It'd be great. And next song starts, nothing still. And I just thought, well, this is a really big gig, so I'm just gonna plow through it and get through it. And because we know the material, we've rehearsed enough.
Yeah. So as a
it
drum.
became business. It became business rather
Than pleasure.
than some of our wild, fun gigs that
But
we
it was a
had,
good.
so
We were treated really well.
We
Other
were.
than that,
That
we
was
had
just
a good
him.
time. Other than that, it was a good gig.
Everyone else was amazing.
Yeah, well
They're
received
really
by the
cool.
audience.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, and
it
the
went-
staff at the actual venue were fantastic, and all the volunteers were amazing.
Yeah.
They were really cool.
Because I do know that obviously from playing with you guys before, we headlined, you guys were on first. I mean, you led the crowd, you decimated the crowd before we even got on. So me and the rest of the guys from Black Wendy, we were absolutely shitting ourselves, you know. But there was something happened in that gig. You know, I've never seen a busker on the street, even the best buskers in Bristol. I've never seen this happen to. What happened to you, and why did you feel like a busker through that gig?
Oh, hey, yeah, the tip.
Oh my god, that was amazing!
I can't believe you forgot about that. I think about it every day. It's like, it never happens to me. It's like, start to question why.
Well, the first thing was after the first song, that woman came up and just kissed me. And I was like, we're in the middle of a gig, and she just kissed me and went, "You've just blown my mind." I was like, okay, thanks, you know, what are you on? And then about the third song, that guy he just said nothing. He went, "For you." Just put it on the drum kit. Just like 40
40
quid. I've
Yay.
never seen anything like
In
this
the middle of a
before, man.
song.
Oh,
in
what?
a pub.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
great.
it was amazing.
Oh,
So, yeah.
that was a good
That
thing.
was cool.
And obviously, summer's over now. We're coming into autumn. So, what are the plans for the autumn periods?
We're
Further
trying to
afield?
write some new material, aren't we? We're
Yes.
working on 3 songs at the moment, and they're more. We know we've got the sound, and we know exactly what we're doing. So it just seems to take really long at the moment to write material, but that's because in the past we had to do it really quick. So we've got that, and then we've got some cool gigs coming up as well.
We have, yeah. We've got a mini tour in October, playing up in Sunderland, and then down in Newark, and then over in Louth. We're supporting Danny Bryant at Louth Town Hall.
Louth?
Louth Town Hall, yeah.
Where's Louth?
Lincolnshire.
Wow, you're going right up north. How did you get into those gigs? How did you find out about
The
those?
Louth one came from when we were played on Paul Jones's show
BBC
on
Radio
BBC
2.
Radio
Wow.
2. Someone heard us on the Beeb and got in touch and said, "Do you want to support Danny Bryant?" And we said, "All right."
That's fantastic. So,
Yes, yeah.
you know,
Yeah, it's
you're
good.
great advocates for the more that you do as many interviews as you can,
Yeah.
everything, and then
Well,
it
you-
extrapolates.
You put yourself out there as much as you can, in as many places as you can, and see what happens.
So long have you guys been going for? Like as the what's the name of the band? The Busky Tones, the Rusty Bones. What is
That's
what's the other
right.
one?
Yeah,
That's right. That's exactly
the
what it
Trusty
is.
Phones. I've heard somebody. It's the Husky Tones. Yes.
Yeah.
As we are as a duo, it's August last year. August 2016 is when we became what we are.
But you were in a band
No.
together before that.
We've been in a lot of bands together.
Yeah.
We've had a checkered musical history, haven't we?
I thought they were going to kiss there for a second. Did you see that? Like the sparkle still in their eye. So obviously, hey, hold on a second. So ultimately, you know, there's a question I have to ask.
Yeah.
You know, obviously you will, I know you will, you know, hit the high times, you know, as a couple because you're obviously together. How the fuck are you going to manage the groupies?
I don't know, actually.
Well, you let me have who I want, and I let you have who you want, don't I? So we've got an understanding, and then sometimes we come together. So you know,
Shit.
it's all there really already.
This is a good interview. Isn't it? So ultimately, this is the other question. You're both, you know, and I want you to be honest about this. You're both very dynamic on stage. You're very physical. You're out there. You put yourselves out there. Obviously, the way you play drums, the way your hair goes, the way you sing, you're always smiling, and you're obviously having a good time. Who's the front person of the band? Now, I know that you're going to say, "Oh, we're both in the front."
No, it's Victoria.
Oh.
She's the lead singer.
I would say though, on Thursday was quite well, but you were really,
I was literally the front person.
You were strutting like a crazy front person.
Literally the front person.
Yeah,
I was standing in front of you, but
Yeah.
you're the lead singer, so you're the front person.
Fantastic. And obviously, Victoria, the way that you drum, it's obvious that drumming's not your first instrument. So,
What a bitch.
so
But it's true.
Well, just like interviewing is not your first job, but you know.
bowl of milk for one. It's true. It's true. This is only my third interview. Third, is it? Igor, how many interviews have I done so far? 3. This could be my last, actually. But you know, when I say that, I mean obviously.
No,
I mean obviously your talents lie in your vocals, you know. But it feels to me, we haven't talked about this. It feels to me that you haven't only ever played drums. You've played something else before, and you maybe play that better. But you're playing drums out of not.
Yeah, absolutely. That's how it was, and it's only I've been playing drums for 3 years.
Is that all?
From total scratch.
I did not know that. I was like being a bit, you know, stupid or flippant, but I didn't realise.
I'm working at it.
Yeah.
Drums for 3 years. No, piano was what I've done from when I was 4. Singing's the main instrument. Always has been. Always has been. And I used to play flute, but when I finished my masters, I couldn't get a job, didn't have any money, and the money was dwindling. I had a horrible experience with the Department of Work and Pensions, but I won't go there. And I was like, shit, I don't know how I'm going to pay my rent. So I sold, and it'd take me years to get this, a solid silver, beautiful flute. And I sold it to raise money to pay the rent, and I've not touched another flute since then.
So bad memories.
Yeah, it's just, well, that was that. So I'm moving on, but singing's always been the thing that I've done.
Excellent. Yeah, and Chris, obviously, the way you play guitar, you know, your shit's all over the fucking place. You know, I can never. I hear you play, and sometimes I'm thinking he's making half of this shit up as he goes along, but it actually makes sense with, you know, Victoria's erratic fucking, you know, very rhythmic drumming, and it makes the husky tones. But where does your origins lie? You know, I'm trying not to say who's your influences, because, you know, you only take a little bit off a lot of things, but you know, what got you to pick a guitar up? What was it?
I'm not sure specifically. I grew up in a really musical household. My parents, well, only in the sense of listening. My parents weren't musicians, but they had just had music on all the time. And my dad, big blues fan, used to take me to blues gigs. And I was 2 weeks away from seeing Stevie Ray Vaughan. He died. He died 2 weeks before the gig when I was going to go see him. But I thought it was rude at the time. But Stevie Ray was one of my first loves. I loved that.
I love Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yeah, why not? Why not? He's awesome. And I think he was the first kind of hero, guitar-wise. And but it was soon after that I just got interested in all guitar things. So immediately I was listening to Nick Drake. I was listening to Tim Buckley and Jeff Buckley, and
that leads me on. That leads me on to my next question, because obviously you've recently done a Portishead cover.
We have,
you know, which is a band that recorded close to this studio that we're in right now, State of Art, and you know we still see Beth around. But you know, obviously, you cite things like, you know, PJ Harvey, you know, Lead Belly, you know,
Nick Cave,
and Nick Cave, obviously, and
Led Zeppelin.
It all of those things, you know, obviously mesh and transcend into what the husky tones do.
Yep.
But going back to the Portishead, we just listened to that one day and thought we can.
We saw a band. A gig, and they had a kind of similar bass line to that song, Glory Box, but it was a kind of rocky song. And we thought, hang on a second, that could work if we actually did it with Glory Box. So we just jammed it one day. We both always loved it.
That was this summer, wasn't it? Asking about what we got up to this summer. We just went, let's do that.
Yeah.
And we loved it, and it was great recording it. It was great doing the video.
Video's very...
What do you do for a job, Damien?
2.
You don't want to know.
Really? Are you a dentist?
Well, my teeth? Fucking hell. Like fucking yellow Tic Tacs. Are you a dentist? You fucking asshole. You get me back to the fucking drum question. Trite.
You know what drumming though? Punk drumming. You don't need to
Punk
What
dentistry.
an utter dickhead. This is going well.
I enjoyed it. It was
I thought it was great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was one of our better ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a good one.
Glory
Yeah.
Box we were talking about.
Was it Glory
Absolutely.
Box?
I think it has to be Glory Box.
Yeah.
That's definitely going to be the one that we'll put on this.
It's coming back to me now.
Yes.
It'll connect nicely with, I'm sure
Having
people...
mentioned Glory Box.
There'll be a lot of
And also,
young...
if people watch it and they watch it till 3 minutes something, they get to see a very special scene.
Oh, is that exactly 3 minutes for all the teenage boys that are watching and want to time to get the rhythm right?
3.5 minutes.
3.5. 3.5.
I think you say for 3.5.
Virtually bang on.
You will get rewarded.
It's a deeply, deeply erotic video. So for all you young guys watching this,
or girls.
3 minutes.
There is total
It's enough
nudity.
for me.
It's enough. We just need to know where the money shot is and when to get the Kleenex. Anyway.
But there is a money shot. So there you go.
Oh wow. I have to watch that again. I missed that. I have to stop watching videos and work fully clothed. My lunch break eating a cheese sandwich.
So there you go.
So obviously you've... Come on! Back to business, for fuck's sake! So,
I'm sorry.
No, don't apologise.
I'm so sorry.
I know you get me back for something I said earlier.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the release of your music, obviously you've done an album.
We have
Can you
an
tell
album.
us about that?
We released it in February. It's called Who Will I Turn To Now? 10 songs. We're very happy with it. It was great. It's going well with loads of great reviews all over
And Europe and in America as well.
In America,
here.
lots of airplay on the Beeve, all these kind of things.
And how did the... Because, I mean, a lot of what we're doing with this, Bristol Music Channel is also sharing information to other bands on how they can get their music further afield. And obviously it's easier with social media. How did you get the album to reach America?
Various ways, actually. We kind of build up a list of maybe radio shows and magazines, and it's a little bit of a scattergun thing, just apply to a bunch and you'll get some will
but
come
you
back.
network with people. You don't just ask hey, I'm in this band, you're going to love... Just don't, that's totally the wrong way to do things. It's, it doesn't happen. It's not just when you're releasing the album. It's the year before.
Yeah.
You build relationships with
Listen
people.
to the shows you want to be on. Talk to them.
Genuinely be interested in them and what they do. There's no point sending it to people who you don't like and don't like what they do. So you choose people you really like, and you build up a relationship, and then it naturally happens rather than here. The sort of random sending out blind just doesn't work. That it's really important to actually genuinely find your niche and genuinely find the people that you actually want to do it with.
Do you think that lacks a little bit? Because what you're talking about is, you have to be genuine, which seems to me like a natural thing to do. You genuinely find bands that you're genuinely interested in. So it makes it easier for you to communicate with them. But has there ever been a time when you thought, there's a band that I don't really like, but I know that we could... Have you never sold yourself out that way?
Well, we played with you, didn't we?
Ah, the Black Wednesday. Fucking get them the fuck out. You can't. Stop that. Freeze.
It doesn't.
Because we had to. I love it. I love it. Yeah, this is the point where I start drinking again.
After 12 years, fucking hell.
I didn't start drinking when I was 10.
I think as you're more experienced, as you become more experienced and secure, and we're really happy now. We're kind of, this is what we do. We don't really feel we need to win anyone's approval for what we do.
No.
When you're in that position, you go for the things that you really enjoy. So there's not that kind of young, like me. And we're really happy where we are.
Well, obviously,
and that helped.
Yeah.
And people pick up on that because they haven't got that sense of
Desperation.
Desperation.
Because we're trying to be a part of a community. We're not just trying to sell our stuff to everybody else. We want to be a part of a community.
But we genuinely love the punk blues scene. It's amazing. In Europe, it's phenomenal. There's some extraordinary bands, and we love going out and partying to that. That's
But listen, guys. all the best for the future.
Thank
you.
you.
You know what? I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And
thank you for having
so
us
much
today.
Oh, absolute pleasure. It's been great.
Gorgeous
so,
man. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you for having us in your
No problem,
boudoir.
brother. Yeah. So guys, look out for the Husky Tones. Look out for their album. Look out for them for all the gigs they're going to. Look out for them on Facebook, SoundCloud, I'm assuming as
We're on
well.
We're
everything.
everything. We're
Yeah.
everywhere.
You know
Bandcamp.
Tumblr,
Yeah.
Instagram,
YouTube.
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah, but
Pinterest.
Facebook's like your main mode of
Yeah,
transport at the
that's,
moment.
One of them,
that's
yeah,
the king,
It
but the
is,
rest
it
of them
is,
are
it
available.
is,
Yeah, so look out for them. This is
And
Damien.
check out Black Wendy.
Dot
Damien
FR.
Wench. This is Damien from our
see.
Bristol music channel. Checking out, man. Thanks for dropping in. Stay tuned, man. We'll see you again soon. You total dicks.
I'm so tired of playing with this bow and arrow. Gonna give my heart away, leave it to the other girls to play. I've been a temptress too long. Give me a reason to love you. Give me a reason to be a woman. I just wanna be a woman. From this time unchained, we're looking through a different picture, through this new frame of mind. 1,000 flowers could bloom. Move over, I'll give us a room. Give me a reason to love you. Give me a reason to be woman. I just wanna be a woman. So don't you stop being a man. Just take a little look from the outside if you can.